Surprise! We have brand new cruise cancellations, but look, it's not all bad. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cruise News Show. I'm your host, Tony, here with today's cruise news updates. Well, best-selling author Tommy Tomlinson says, the surest sign of being an adult is the ability to accept delayed gratification. What a bunch of crap. I'm tired of accepting delayed gratification, and I'm never more tired of it than on cancellation day. Not a surprise, but we got a couple cruise cancellations, and to get me out of that funk, I've done some data dives to remind me that things are getting better. I challenge you not to just wallow in the negative news here at the beginning, but stay with me all the way until the end and see if we can turn these frowns upside down. First, the news that we don't want to hear: Norwegian Cruise Line has canceled their May sailings. Not a shocker. We saw it coming. The way Norwegian Cruise Line works right now, if you had a cruise booked, it is now canceled. They will be supplying you a refund to your form of payment, however you paid for that cruise. If you have a future cruise credit, if that's how you paid for the cruise, you will get that future cruise credit back. And in addition to getting your refund, you will get a 10% coupon, a 10% discount on a future cruise. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line not the only cruise line canceling today. Word coming from Germany that Aida, a Carnival Corporation cruise line, also extending their voluntary ban on cruising until March the 20th. There were plans for cruises early March, but the German-based company that's going to be cruising to the Canary Islands, a set of islands off of the northwest coast of Africa, says they just can't do it right now because of German travel regulations. We get it. Travel restrictions are tight around the world. This is forcing Aida to move their cruise restart until March the 20th. The surest sign of being an adult is the ability to accept delayed gratification. I'm ready to be gratified, and I know the only way that that's going to come to pass is certain things have to happen because the people that are making the rules are looking for certain data points. So let's look at the data points. That's going to be the positive cruise news. Let's put the bad cruise news. Okay. Let's look at some positive signals that we could be closer to the restart of cruising. I'm going to pull up the computer. We're going to look at some data points. As I do that, let me take a moment to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel with the notification bell on. That way you stay up to date on everything that's going on in cruising and you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Subscribe, it's free, and it'll make me happy. I don't know if you care about that, but thanks in advance. All right, so we are over here looking at the COVID case count data for the last 30 days. If we go back to January the 17th, new cases, 169,600 with a 7-day average of almost 219,000. As we trend along over the last 30 days, we see that number trending down. I remember I highlighted February the 7th as the first time in a long time that the case count was under 100,000 cases. It popped back up a little bit, but man, let's look at the last few days. The 13th, 84,000. The 14th, 63,000, 63.8. And then yesterday, 55.5 thousand cases, driving that 7-day average down below 100,000 to the 85,812 mark. This is a great trend. Remember, the people that are making the decisions, they're looking at case count. This will be one of the indicators. It's still high, right? But it's a lot better than it was 30 days ago. You know, we just had the Super Bowl last week. We still have to see if there's a Super Bowl spike. We've been talking about variants for 6 weeks. We have to see whether there's going to be a variant spike. But as what it is right now, tracking along with these numbers, the numbers are going down. Hopefully, when we look again, maybe next week, that the numbers will continue to trend down. Those are the case count. If we look at the very somber statistic of fatalities, this isn't moving a lot, which is interesting. If we go back to the 17th, the total number of deaths that day, 1,730, with an average of 3,312. And then, you know, it's interesting. The line stays somewhat flat throughout the month. But the last couple of days is very, very, very telling. On the 13th, 3,373 deaths. And then we go to the 14th, it drops there drastically to 1,080 deaths. And then yesterday, the first time under 1,000 in I don't know how long, 994 deaths. The average is still high, though. These are just a couple outliers. We'll have to see if this trend continues. It's promising over the last couple days. It'll be interesting to see how this continues to trend. And then let's look at the vaccine numbers. The vaccine also being looked at as an indicator of when it's safe to do things again. We see it ramp up, and as of the 14th, about 52 million doses given here in the United States, almost 53 million. And here's the telling number: 16 out of 100 people have been given doses. As that number continues to increase, all these numbers should get better. So yeah, definitely we're in lemonade out of lemons mode. But big indicators going in the right direction. Case count going down, deaths holding their average, but on the daily going down. So hopefully it'll bring that average down, and then vaccinations on the way up. And those numbers are good for all aspects of life, not just cruising, but we'll look at a cruising specific number. We will look at the crew disembarkation through commercial travel number. And wait, I got to move myself out of the way. Hold on a second. I'll sit over here. How about that? All right. So if we look at the crew disembarkation through commercial travel, this is the page that talks about are cruise ships ready to transport their crew members commercially in the case of an outbreak? This is the first step in the framework. Ships that plan on operating in the United States have to be green on this list, and we've looked at it a couple times before. It's updated weekly, so I'll just scroll through it here. These are all the ships that are planning on operating in the U.S. and what their status is. There's only 2 red ships on this whole list, and the rest of them are green. I tallied it up: 65 ships in the process here in the U.S. working on getting restarted. So that's good. Last week it was 63 ships, so we're up a couple more ships. Another positive sign. Man, if the surest sign of being an adult is the ability to accept delayed gratification, then I'm a super adult at this point, because I've accepted a lot of it. We will continue to wait. Gratification for cruising will be delayed a few more months. The question for the comments is this: did your NCL cruise get canceled? I didn't have a cruise canceled today, but I am certainly able to empathize and commiserate with you. And for everybody else, when will cruising resume? Will it be June, July, sometime in 2021, or will it not even be until 2022? Put your best speculation in the comments. I'm saying June 2021. That's right. Eternally optimistic. I think it can happen as these numbers continue to drive down. Thank you so much for watching the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really want to know bad things that are going to happen on a cruise ship, check out this video right here. I'm telling you stuff. There's a lot of pie in the sky. Pirates are going to attack you. That's not what this list is. This is the real truth here. Check out this video. This is Tony with Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.